So what's up, you guys? It's me again. I just want to come on here and make this video. It's kind of a creepy video. All right. Wow. Um. All right, that should do it. So, um, I just want to come on here and say. So my uncle is a priest. He is a Catholic priest. Um, I'm not Catholic. He is though. Um, and me and my father went to Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio, back in 2015. 2015. Um, and we he doesn't own it. He doesn't live in it anymore. But back then, in September of 2015, my uncle lived in a church, the church that he was speaking at, that he was the priest of. They allowed him to live there. There's living quarters upstairs. Um, and then downstairs is the church in the basement part. So and that downstairs in the basement, there's also a separate a separate bedroom. His bedroom was upstairs. The upstairs had a living. I remember it right now. There was a living room. There was a kitchen, and then down the hall was a bathroom and two bedrooms. And my father was in one of the bedrooms upstairs, uh, and his brother, is my uncle, was in uh, the other bedroom upstairs. I, however, was downstairs in the basement. Um, and I was a night owl, so I didn't sleep at night back then. I was up all night. Um, I was the only one down there. I was the only one down there. Well, should I say? So I thought. I thought I was the only one down there. I was not. And this is where it gets kind of creepy. Um, and you're going to see why um, it's creepy by reading the title. Um, I look like a gorilla. All right, so I'm getting really sleepy because it's around the time I sleep. Almost 10 o'clock at night. All right, so I'm trying to remember. I was not the only one down there. This is where it gets kind of creepy, as you can see in the title of this video, where I'm getting at. It was in the dead of night, like 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Um, and I was just sitting up using the laptop, playing games on the laptop, talking to friends that I had on Facebook back then. Um, I don't really know how to explain this, what I'm about to say, but I didn't feel alone. I was definitely not alone down here, you guys. There was a presence down there with me. Actually, not just one, but many different presences. Different presence down there with me. Um, and it wasn't a good feeling presence. It wasn't a peaceful presence that filled me up with love and warmth. It was, I felt this presence and it made me freeze solid. I froze with fear. I told my uncle about it, and I said, Uncle Bob, there's a bunch of spirits down here. There's a bunch of spirits down here. I could feel their presence is so strong. I can feel that I'm not alone down here. I'm not alone down here, Uncle. I'm not, Uncle Bob. I'm not alone down here. There's a bunch of spirits down here. I could feel all their presence. And he said, "Well, Zach, if there really is, then they're holy." No, they. I was frozen with fear. Um, and at like 3 or 4 in the morning, this was going on, and I heard footsteps walking down the stairs to the basement. I heard footsteps. Literally, I heard footsteps. This church was over 200 years old. It was over 200 years old. Um, but I know what I heard. It wasn't just creaking sounds in a 200-year-old church. I could, because again, I could feel the presence of these spirits down there with me, and there was a bunch of them. There was a whole bunch. If I could see what they look like, if I could see them, if I could look into the spirit realm and see them, the spirit realm and our physical realm are in the exact same spot while being in two different dimensions at the same time. The reason why you can't see spirits is because we in our physical bodies cannot look into the spirit realm and see spirits all around us, but they can see us and they can see other spirits too, because they're in the spiritual realm and the physical realm at the same time. But we're only in the physical realm at the same time. Yeah, we're only in the physical realm, so that's why we can't see spirits. Um, but I could feel them. I really could. I could feel that their presence was so strong. I heard footsteps walking down the basement steps at like 3 to 4 in the morning, and I was frozen with fear. And my father was upstairs in a bedroom sleeping. His brother, Uncle Bob, was sleeping. Um, their dog was sleeping. My uncle's dog was sleeping, and they were behind closed doors of their bedrooms. Then there was another door that led into a dining area, which had a door that was shut. And then there was another door to get out from that room on the other side of the room. The door was shut, and the basement door was shut as well. So, behind several closed doors, it was not any of them. Somebody was walking down the stairs to the basement, but couldn't be seen. They couldn't be seen. Somebody that I wasn't able to see, but I heard footsteps creaking down the steps, and again I could feel the presence. So it wasn't just creaking sounds from a 200-year-old church. And when I was talking to somebody on Facebook, and I told them what was going on, and she told me just ignore them. And I was like, how do you ignore ghosts? And she was like, well, She says something like, if you don't ignore them, that means that you're giving them more attention, and the more attention you give to them, the more you will attract their attention towards you, and the more they'll keep doing what they're doing and won't stop. And eventually, they're going to start throwing stuff at you, because they're not ghosts, they're demons. That's what she said. Those were actually demons that filled the basement. I don't know why a Catholic church, a 200-year-old Catholic church's basement is filled with demons. I don't know why there's so many demonic spirits down there. I don't. I don't. God was protecting me though, because these demons weren't able to hurt me because I'm under the protection of God, and back then I was too. But I could feel their presence, and their presence felt. Again, it felt like I felt like I was not alone. Um, that there was many other people down there with me, but I just wasn't able to see them. And when I felt the presence more, I froze with fear. I froze in solid fear. So that is my testimony I am giving you to you guys of a house or a church that had a basement that was filled with demonic spirits. I hope I don't give you guys nightmares.